What's up, y'all? This is Ty, and I am here to review a new psychological thriller, which is streaming right now on Peacock, and that is Strung. It stars Chole Bailey, Lynn Whitfield, Lucian Laviscount, Anna Diop, Coco Jones, and Romy Woods. Now, listen, when I saw the previews for this or the trailer, I was excited because in the trailer they said Blumhouse was involved, and I was like, oh, I got to see this. You got Lynn Whitfield, you got Chole. I like their work, the things that they're in. I was like, oh, this is going to be crazy. And I saw that little girl with that crazy mask on. I said, oh, we going to have a problem. I will say, was kind of let me down. It is not a horror film, but based on that trailer had me thinking this was going to be some crazy horror film, but it's not. It's a thriller. It's a thriller. It's a thriller. So it's also directed by Malcolm D. Lee, and y'all know him. He's directed Soul Food, The Best Man, Undercover Brother, and Girls Trip. So he usually directs comedies. So, this is different for him. So, like I said, I saw Blumhouse was involved, and I also learned that Tyler Perry was one of the co-producers of this film as well. So it's Blumhouse and Tyler Perry as co-producers. Let me tell you the plot. Chole plays Layla Calloway. She's a violinist. She stays with her friend Jasmine, who is the comedy relief in this, played by Coco Jones. Y'all know her. She's a singer, actress. She's in the Bel Air series. Great singer, good actress as well. And Layla's down on her luck. She teaches piano, but she's a violinist herself, but she teaches piano, and she's couch surfing. And, she's just trying to get by. I'm wondering why she's not teaching violin, but whatever, you can walk and chew gum, right? You can do two different things. But anyway, she's trying to make it out here in this world. And we learn that she has some trauma. And that trauma is that her sister died, I believe, from a severe asthma attack. And that has traumatized her. And we see in the beginning of this film of her having dreams about that. And so, her friend Jasmine is a little bit more out there than her and was like, you need to get out and have some fun or whatever. So she does go out. She meets a guy. The guy's name is Marcus. They end up having sex. All's good. The next day, she meets Lynn Whitfield, Mrs. Audra Jelani, this classy rich woman who's like, oh, I'm looking for someone to be an in-house music tutor for my granddaughter, Zori. And she's like, yeah, but you don't know me. She's like, but you would be a great fit. So she convinces her to come over for tea. Now, this is where the movie would have ended if this was real life for me. Because the moment she went over there to this lavish house, this lavish home, and she said, Zori, come say hello. And that little girl peeped over from the top of those fancy stairs over that balcony, over that banister with that creepy mask on. Ma'am, thank you, but no thank you. I'm going to be out because this is giving me the creeps. So I like that introduction of the family. The family was weird as hell, y'all. Then we meet the girl's mother, Amani. She weird. She acting dry, acting funny. She out there stretching. Somebody say hello to you and you look them all crazy. I said, yeah, this Layla, you should have went home. That's what you should have did. And we meet the maid, and we meet the guy. We gonna call him the butler for now. And we see that these people are a little different. And this young lady, Zori, she does not take the mask off. That was creeping me out the whole time. I was like, this mask is creeping me out. So basically, the plot twist comes with this plot thickens, I should say, when we learn that that young man, Marcus, is Amani's husband. So now here's the thing. They got Chole, not Chole. What's her character's name? They got Layla in here. Layla is in here. She's supposed to be this in-house teacher for this kid who's a little creepy to me. To teach her piano, but also there's other duties where she has to serve you at a certain time, serve this grown woman her drink, and everybody was just too creepy for me, and I was like yelling at the screen, yelling at the TV like, Layla, you need to leave now because you're in danger. This is crazy. So we learn that Marcus is Imani's husband, and that's the same man that Layla had the one night stand with. So now he's like, what are you doing here? This, that, and the third. And right then and there, she should have left. But no, he was like, no, you shouldn't leave because, you know, the Zori has gotten used to you, blah, blah, blah. And bump all that. It's time to go. So with that going on, we learn why this young lady this little girl wears this mask. It's a mask that her father gave her. And we learned that her father, played by Party Fontaine, he's a real life rapper. And he's a good actor too. He's been in, what's that show that I like? Raising Kanan. He had a short-lived role on that show, one of the last season. So he's a rapper. Turns out that Zori's mother was married to him, and he was a rapper, successful rapper, who, according to the grandmother, Audra, according to her, he died from a drug overdose. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I said, there's something going on here. Something really going on here. So things just keep getting weirder and weirder. And we find out that he's the one who gave his daughter that mask. She wears the mask because she's the one who found his body or whatever. But as the plot thickens, we realize something is going on. Something is wrong. And maybe this man wasn't murdered. You know, and then we go into this whole, the twist of that. And I will say, I did like the build up. I like the introductions of the characters and the setting and the premise. And even the twist was okay. But I guess I was expecting this to be a horror and more scary and more thrilling and more. That wasn't there. But it was a decent film. It was a decent film, and the actors, the performances were pretty good. But I was expecting more. I wanted more danger, so to speak, and more. And it kind of moved a little slow. The pacing was a little slow in the beginning. And it just maybe because I saw Blumhouse, I thought that this was going to be, just this horror film. But I did like the twist that they did give in there. And I don't want to give the twist away. This is a somewhat spoiler-free review. I did like the twist. I did like the twist, but I was still like, oh, okay, this is more about greed and all of that, all those things. But I was still like, dang, I wanted a little bit more. But for something that's just streaming on Peacock, I didn't go pay $250,000 because, going to the movie theaters in this day and age is expensive, sitting at home watching this on Peacock. I'm going to say that I did have a good time with this film, and I took it for what it was. I did enjoy it still, although I was a little let down with it not being a horror film, because I thought that little girl was going to be running around killing people. Something, but I did like the twist. I did like the twist that this little girl was actually in danger based on these greedy people, and the other twist that was going on. I'm trying not to give it away. I want you to watch it and then come back and tell me what your thoughts were about it. That's what I want you to do. Just tell me your thoughts. What did you like? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Because I know some people say they didn't like it, that they were totally let down by it, that they felt like, oh, they had us thinking it was going to be up here and it was filled with cliches and I knew everything that was going to happen. I didn't know everything that was going to happen. Some of the twists I wasn't too surprised at, but some of them I was like, oh, I didn't know they were going to go there. I thought they were going to go in a different direction. And the person that I thought was going to be the villain turned out not to be the villain. So that was my take on it. So overall, I thought it was a decent film. I enjoyed it. I stuck with it. I was like, okay, let me see what this is going to be. Let me see what the end going to be. And I did like the ending. And overall, I thought it was a decent film. That's what I'm going to say. I thought it was a decent film. But I do understand some of the people who are saying like they felt like it was a little too predictable for them, and they were let down because they wanted more and they didn't feel that horror aspect. But it's not a horror film. It's a thriller. I don't know how many times I got to say that. So, but the performances, kudos to Chole. I liked her character, although she was annoying me because I was like, why are you so timid and weak? But that's what she was in the beginning. So timid and letting these rich people talk to you any kind of way. Nah, none of that. That's ridiculous. And if I'm here to do a job, my job is to teach this little girl with this weird mask on. That's all I'm doing. I ain't serving nobody. I ain't bringing no lunch to nobody. None of that foolishness. But yeah, that's what she had to do. But I will say her performance was great. And Lynn Whitfield, of course. Lynn Whitfield always delivers. She always plays those rich women with a dark past or some sort of motive. She delivered. And I liked Coco Jones's character because she gave the comic relief. So overall, I'll say I enjoyed the film. So that's it. This was a quick little review. Tell me your thoughts down below. How did you like the film? And I will see you all in the next video.